Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News Channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. A young Black woman, Daniela Owusu, has made history, but sadly at a very steep and personal cost. Now, Daniela, who is a 20-year-old Finnish Ghanaian, has become the first Black woman to be selected to lead Finland's prestigious Saint Lucia festival, which is a Swedish tradition celebrated annually on December 13th. Now, this is a major milestone, right? Because if you look at it, right, it could have been a moment that could have symbolized the progress towards inclusivity and multiculturalism in Finland. But instead of celebrating her achievement, Daniela has been subjected to thousands of racist messages after her selection. And it's honestly a deeply painful reality, not just for her, but for anyone who has ever been marginalized or made to feel less than because of their skin color. And Saint Lucia is traditionally a white-gowned, red-belted figure who symbolizes light during the darkest days of the year in Nordic region. And it's an ancient and beloved tradition in Finland where around 5% of the population speaks Swedish as a native language. But this year, instead of being celebrated for her role in marking this annual event, Daniela Owusu became the target of an outpouring of hate because of it, even from within her own community. And the abuse was so intense that the organizers of the event reported it to the police, and legal action has actually been considered. And as a Black South African, my heart goes out to Daniela. I mean, we as Africans have long been subjected to racism, whether at home or abroad. It's no surprise that racism still thrives in places like Finland, which is a country that, despite its progressive image, still has much work to do when it comes to inclusion and equality. I mean, what's striking is that Daniela had been very clear about her purpose. She said that she wanted to act as a role model for young people, especially those from multicultural backgrounds. She wanted to show that Lucia, which is this figure of light, right, could look many different ways. And she wanted to be a beacon of hope for others who might feel invisible or overlooked. But instead, she's had to ensure the very opposite, which is being dehumanized by a wave of online evil people simply because of her skin color. Now, the Prime Minister of Finland met with Daniela and Lucia Group, offering an apology for the treatment she endured. And while it's heartening to see such an apology from the country's leadership, one must ask, right? Why does it always have to take a public backlash for us to address these issues? The apology is important, yes, but it should have never had to be made in the first place. Finland and the world needs to confront the reality that racism is still alive and well, and we need to stop normalizing it. I mean, we've seen this pattern before, especially in the wake of racial progress and representation. It's as if the moment a Black person breaks a societal boundary, there's a backlash from those who feel their power or status is being threatened. I mean, look at how South Africa's history of racism still ripples through today's society, or how even today, a Black person in a leadership position in the US or Europe faces scrutiny and criticism that a white counterpart might never face. But what does Daniela's story also teach us? I think that it teaches us that the progress comes with a price. It teaches us that change is hard, and those who stand up for it will often be met with resistance and even hate. But also it teaches us that we cannot and should not be silent in the face of it. The fight against racism is ongoing, and just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean we should stop pushing for equality and inclusion. We cannot afford to let hate win. Finland may have offered its apology, but the real work starts now. At a societal level, the country must move beyond symbolic gestures and tackle the root of racial hostility. And for us as Africans, wherever we are in the world, we must continue to fight, to speak out, and to push for the inclusion and respect that we deserve. What are your thoughts on this? Please, let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet